video, we're going to be showing you the do's and don'ts of makeup. I'm here with Sonia Simone, MUA. You might know her from Instagram, but we worked together at Sephora when I worked there, and she does a lot of makeup here in Chicago. So we decided to get together and do this video. So as you can see, this is how not to do your makeup, and this is how to do your makeup.
Do it
Clearly.
just like this.
Honestly, there really is no right or wrong way in doing your makeup. But if you're trying to achieve certain things and certain looks, basically we're just going to show you like how to achieve those things, because technically you can't tell somebody that they're doing their makeup wrong, because you really can't do your makeup wrong. So yeah, there really is like no wrong way in doing your makeup, but if you're trying to achieve a certain thing like a smoky eye or how to contour and highlight, those kinds of things, we're going to show you how to do it and how not to do it. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so first we're going to start with brows. So Sonia, tell us how you did your brows.
Alright, I started with Anastasia's Dip Brow in Chocolate with an angled brow brush, and I lightly filled in my brows. I won't say what not to do, because Brie will talk about that, but I lightly filled in my brows starting from the inner corner of my eye on out. I highlighted under my brow with a concealer, maybe 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin tone.
We're stressing the 1 to 2 shades.
1 to 2 shades. That's it. And I blended the concealer out.
Ding, ding, ding. So now with my brows, I did 2 different brows. So on the one side, you can see I'm just filling it in with a brow pencil that is way too dark for my face and my hair or whatever. I've seen people that even do it too dark for them and they can blend it out, but don't just fill in the sparse areas if you're trying to fill in your brows to make them look natural. So especially going more towards the center or front part of your brow, you want it to be more of a lighter hand and not so harsh. And also you don't want to just stop it where your brow ends if it's not fully grown out. My brow isn't fully grown out, so I have like no hair over here. So you don't want to just like stop. You want to like continue that brow. And then on the other side, yeah, I filled it in like crazy. And the sad thing is I totally used to do my eyebrows like this. So yeah, I mean, I think it pretty much speaks for itself. And I used a darker foundation, but you can tell here I'm using like a lighter concealer to highlight them. I'm pretty pale, so you can't really tell, but like especially on people that have like a darker skin tone and they use too light of a concealer to trace around it, yeah. And you can see it's like not blended at all, and it's like too structured, and it's just fabulous.
No halos around your brows, ladies. No halos.
So I started with my foundation, which is what we both recommend not to do. We both do our eyes first because you will get fallout, and as you can see, I have like a black mustache. And I also use my fingers. A lot of the foundation is going to absorb into your fingers, and then you're wasting your product. So if you're buying a nice foundation and then using it with your fingers, you're just wasting your money. We will show you Sonia's foundation later on because she did it in the order that we both recommend. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing your foundation first, but to get a more flawless appearance, in our opinion, do it after your eyeballs. So here's how you do your eyeballs.
So after I highlighted my brows with my concealer, I then applied an eyeshadow primer, Urban Decay, to my lids. This is going to help to hold your eyeshadow in place. With eyeshadow primer, there will be no creasing, nothing like that. So always use a primer before applying your eyeshadow. You definitely don't want to use shimmer in your crease. Don't do it.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
That's just, no, just don't do it. Because a crease color is supposed to be more so for a shadow effect anyway. So if you put shimmer in your crease, it's kind of like you're trying to highlight your crease, and that's not what we're supposed to be doing, in so many words. Now, again, we're not telling you
that you can't do
you
that.
can't do it. We're just saying for a more flawless appearance, matte colors look best in your crease. Make sure you're using transition colors.
Yes.
You don't want this big block of color. You don't want this big block of color right underneath your highlight color. So you need a transition color in between there just so it all blends seamlessly.
So for my eyes. I just took, by the way, I did no primer at all. Even if you don't have like oily eyelids, I feel like you still need to prime because it just helps the eyeshadow to go on nicer. And I can do a whole priming video. I like prime my eyes like crazy. I do like concealer and then I do real primer and then I do a powder. Technically, like even if you have dry eyelids that don't get oily, you still want to prime so that the eyeshadow just goes on nicer. So I just straight away went in with a black shadow. I used the Naked 2 palette and I put that on the inner and the outer area of my lid and also into the crease. Personally, when I do my eyeshadow, I prefer to put the lighter colors on first and work light to dark. That's when you're gonna get like dimension to your eye. Sonia talked about the transition shade and how important that role takes in doing your eye makeup. So I just did black and then I took a bright silver color and put that right in the center of the lid and I did not blend it out. When you do something like that, you want to make sure that you're patting back and forth to blend them together so that it's not like silver, black. And then I also took a shimmery brown into the crease, which is of course the wrong way to do it. And then I highlighted the crap out of my brow bone to show you how bad that looks.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's like a sharp line.
So after my eyes, that's when I apply my foundation. Now, I definitely recommend a brush for the most seamless, flawless finish. Now you can use a sponge. I would recommend a beauty blender if you're gonna do a sponge as opposed to the little wedges. For the most seamless finish, I would recommend a brush, and not just any brush. I would definitely recommend any type of airbrush, foundation brush, and synthetic so that it doesn't soak up your product as well. Something that you can really use to buff your foundation into your skin. And that's what I use for mine. I use Kat Von D's foundation, which is an amazing foundation. I should be her special spokesperson. I'm just saying. But definitely use a brush and powder afterwards.
Yeah, I didn't powder mine, and if you don't powder, like if you're dry, even still I would recommend setting it because if you go in with a powder after, it's gonna like gravitate to certain areas and it's not gonna go on smooth. It's gonna go on like patchy and like skip around.
So for contouring, I would probably recommend the Beauty Blender the most out of brushes, out of anything, just because it allows you to apply just enough and not too much. I don't know if you feel the same way, Brie.
It's funny, I'm doing a contouring highlighting video and I use a brush.
You do?
I do,
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And that's why, like, there's no like right or wrong way technically, but there are ways to achieve certain things.
Right.
But, and you're talking about like cream contouring, right? Okay, yeah. So, yeah. With the concealer that I did, I just put it straight around my eyeball. Like back in the day, I totally did my concealer like this, where you would just rub it from the inner corner to the outer corner in like a U looking thing, and it's not cute at all. So what we would recommend is to, if you're gonna go with a more highlighted effect, again, stick with the like 1 to 2 shades lighter, not like 5 like I am sporting right now, and to highlight going downwards if you are in like a triangular motion, if you are going to highlight, and not just this area here. It's gonna look absolutely crazy. Actually, that's one thing that I can say that is wrong, and you should not do your makeup like that.
Yes.
Yeah. And as far as like contouring, I used a shimmery bronzer and I contoured from the top of the ear to the corner of the mouth all the way. So first off, using a shimmery bronzer is not the best because shimmer is going to bring something out and highlight it. So contouring, you want something matte because it's going to sculpt it and chisel it out so that it is being pushed back. Also, to contour this whole area, that is going to be completely unnatural. If you want that unnatural effect, more power to you. But if you want something that's going to look natural and you want the most desired way to contour, definitely keep it back behind your ear. And I'm going to be talking all about that in my contouring highlighting video, which will be coming up on Friday. And oh, and I used a powder, she used a cream. When we worked at Sephora, everyone would ask, like, which one's better? It's really a preference. It does not matter. Just with like a shimmery bronzer, that's more for bronzing the face, not so much contouring the face.
For blush, I definitely suggest when applying, use a light hand.
Yes.
A light hand. Now, of course, it kind of depends on your face shape where you want to apply, but there's definitely places just not to apply at all.
So mine, I applied almost directly onto my nose, and I like put a ton of product on, so it's like hot pink. Even though this blush looks like crap on my face right now, it is a pretty color, and as Sonia mentioned, you want to just apply it with a light hand, because as you can see, this is what it turns out to look like, and it just doesn't look good. So there's that. Also, it's contouring the nose. I will show you how I contour my nose in my contour and highlighting video that's coming up on Friday. But I started skinny at the bridge of my nose, and then I went wide towards the like nostril area, and that does the opposite effect of making it look thinner. It makes it look wider. So it makes this area look like a big ball where this area is skinny. And like Sonia, you said you don't really contour your nose that often, right?
No, I'm just not a personal fan, but you can do what you do. But Brie will show you the correct way to do it in her next video. Please watch it. Don't do that.
Don't do this at all.
Ladies, especially ladies of color. I don't want to say, well, I'll just say it. It's a little bit more difficult for us because we think nudes are
this color,
that, and that's not our nude. It's just not. Our lips are different colors. Our top lip is different from our bottom lip. Like, we have to find a happy medium. So to do that, finding the correct lip pencil is definitely gonna help to bring the top lip and the bottom lip together. And then for your lipstick, you definitely don't want to use anything too light. If you're really looking for a nude color is actually like almost your skin tone.
Yeah, I don't even like the name nude.
I don't either.
Neutral.
We're gonna go with neutral. We're not even gonna really talk about nude.
Yeah.
Find a good neutral color to put on your lips. Nothing white, nothing super white pink. Those don't work for us. We're not going for the David Chappelle look. It's not cute. Save it for his show or whatever the case. Find a nice neutral. The lip liner I used today was Cork by MAC. That's probably a really good lip liner for a lot of women of color. So start there.
Yeah, that's great. And I like how you did it too. You lined like the outside and you filled it in.
Right.
And then went in with your nude. And I also like going back and forth between my lipstick and my lip pencil.
Exactly.
Just like that.
Yeah.
That's like the perfect nude for you. I just took Flesh Pot lipstick from MAC, which is like this bright nude white color, and well, I mean, it speaks for itself. It looks like crap. If you are looking for that nude, like Sonia said, you want to go for something that's close to your skin tone, not anything too light. And if you do something light like this, make sure you're lining it with a darker color and fade it nicely to like an ombre type thing.
Exactly.
Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. I really hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and follow Sonia on Instagram. I will post her name right here in the video. And let us know down below if you want her to make her own YouTube channel, because she's thinking about it.
I'm thinking.
Alright, I really hope that you guys like this video, and I will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Ooh, I look like crap. My boyfriend's mom just asked me out to dinner.
With your face like that. I'm scared to see myself in front of that light.
I don't know why I'm trying to look good. That's out the window. I'm about to like cover up these circles and say I didn't.
True.
Woo! Things blinking and I'm like,
like trying to talk fast.